So this is our second Zoom Buster break, and it's focusing on the face.
Right.
Okay.
And the first thing we would do would be to set up that lovely posture and have that fun, you know, keywords, Zoom, or whatever it is that people are going to understand that, okay, that's my cue to actually physically go into that appropriate posture. And of course, we all know that the thing for the face is to smile. So let's just start with a smile. And it may feel kind of goofy, but it also may start some giggles, which is always a fun thing. But just having everybody smile into the screen is always a lovely way to start. And then we'll add some jaw relaxers. So just, again, level here, eyes are straight ahead, moving the jaw from side to side. Again, kind of a fun thing. And then forward and back.
They're the giggles that you were talking about.
Do I giggle? But if you're like me, I also feel how much tension I have that I'm releasing with that jaw movement, because
Absolutely.
so much around our jaw.
My jaws are actually clicking as we do this.
And so you feel that it is true that we carry so much tension in our face. And so it's really lovely to do those. And then one of my personal favorites is yawning, which, hey, who knew? Students opportunity to yawn 4 or 5 times.
And it's contagious.
And be sure to look at everyone on the screen, because it will help you yawn bigger and wider because of the contagion.
Just the power of suggestion. I yawned just now. And when we were talking about this originally, I shared my kids used to sit in the back seat of the car and they would yawn, and it took us a while, but we figured out they were trying to make us yawn, like my husband and I when we would be on road trips. So they would see how long it would take for us to start yawning too, and I'm going to yawn.
And probably not very long.
Not very long at all. Like that, yes, I'm such a contagious yawner.
Well, yawn is a wonderful thing. In fact, there's some, one of the books I read recently, the neurologists say that it's on their list of the top 20 things you can do for your brain, because yawning actually fires both sides of the brain. And obviously, there are an inappropriate and appropriate times to
yeah.
So you do have to be a little selective on when you choose this, but yawning is one of the great relaxers. And look at Amy.
I'm telling you, you're like, all you have to do is say yawn and I'm off and running.
Ready, definitely. So, and then of course, just like after yawning, it's just fun moment where we all giggle together. So so silly. It looks so silly when you were.
It feels a little forced, but oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Yeah. So have a little giggle break, and then we'll close out again this very brief series of fasters with a gentle breathing exercise involving the face. And so this is called alternate nostril breathing. We would bring our index finger and our middle finger to the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. The right thumb would hover over the nostril. The left ring finger hovers over the left nostril.
Well, on the same hand though, right? Like you're using one hand, so it's
on one hand, and so the other hand, good question, is relaxed in the lap. So you're very relaxed, and again, you've set up that posture. You've said yours or whatever it is. So you are sitting up straight and tall. And then we begin by closing off the right nostril with the right thumb and inhaling through the left nostril. And then gently exhale left. Close that nostril off. Inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale through the right. Close off the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the left. Close off with the ring finger. Inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale through the right. Close it off. And then just lower that hand to your lap and perhaps go inward. Encourage your students to maybe close their eyes and just feel their nostrils. And we've talked about the power of the nose and nose breathing. Alternate nostril breathing is something that really kind of just wakes us up to that sensation of air passing through the nose.
Well, and also with the Breathe book, I learned, and I think you and I talked about how each side of the nostril has a different effect on your brain. So breathing out of one side, out of the left side, I think activates the logical part of your brain, or I get it confused, but
the left side activates the right side, which is creativity and imagination.
Okay.
And the parasympathetic nervous system. And breathing into the right side activates the left side of the brain, which has a lot to do with our ability to think logically and linearly. So lots of things with math and words coming from that side of the brain, whereas the beautiful side of the brain with the imagination, it might be more like colors or artistic scenes that come. So it's fascinating how all that works, but we obviously want to use both, right? And so, yeah. And some of us, to your point about not being able to breathe through the nose, some of us notice with alternate nostril breathing that we breathe much more smoothly through one side
rather than the other. Yes.
And one thing I like to suggest is that for those people that have discovered that, just relax with it, just notice it, don't judge it, but perhaps practice where you can have the help of, the warm water, and see if you can kind of notice how you can open up the other side a little more.
I think you cut out a little bit. Are you saying to practice in the shower, or is that what you? Yeah. Okay.
Practice in the shower. Yeah. Okay. Just because having a little steam and having, just being able to do it with a little steam is helpful.
The humidity of that. Okay, great.